Hey guys,
I'm Jerry.
I'm Sierra,
We're ladies.
and we tangent.
What's up, everyone?
Hello.
It's us again from the past.
Part 2, because right now I'm actually home, and I just got home from Disney, but I haven't actually left yet.
How much fun did you have?
I had a frigging blast. It was
the
amazing.
weather was
and the
beautiful.
weather was perfect the entire time. Didn't rain once.
Nope.
In Florida, and I had
Except for when you were in bed and it was cozy.
And then a little bit of rolling thunder, a
Yes.
little bit of light tapping.
Yeah, but no wind.
No, none.
None.
I rode so many things that didn't scare me at all, and
And they didn't make you nauseous?
no, and I had practiced DRP the entire time, so I was really doing well.
Yeah, the crowds were not overwhelming.
Not at all.
Lines were small.
So small.
Yeah.
Got through it amazingly, actually.
Yeah, food was great.
Food was really good. Some would
That's
say
awesome.
it
I'm
was.
so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Please.
Manifest.
Actually, the amount that I'm fucking panicking because I still have so much to do
I
when I
know.
get home. And we're leaving at like 6 a.m, so I have.
That's fine. Do you feel like with this weekend and then going immediately to this that we're back on tour? Like,
Yes.
that's the whole feeling I had like the entire time we were gone.
Yeah. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get one day to be home and it's like, okay, it's time to refill all my shit. Because Rachel, when I walked in to the Bachelorette party, was like, I'm cracking up at your suitcase. Because I have my full fucking suitcase in my bag. And I'm like, bitch, I'm already half packed for Disney. Like,
Yes.
I had to pack for myself because I know I'm going to have to pack for my kids today.
Yep.
And we had to record 2 episodes.
Right.
And I'm leaving so early in the morning. I was like, I just did half of mine and I brought most of my shit. I said, I'll redo some of the clothes.
Yeah.
But all of my getting ready stuff
Yep.
and the stuff I'll need for the week,
Toiletries.
I filled it for the week and
Yes.
weekend so that I wouldn't even have to. She was like, that makes sense. I was like, yeah,
Well, that
girl.
checks out. That checks out.
So anyways, today we're going to do,
But I mean, speaking of tour,
oh,
we are going to be on tour.
guys.
We are going on tour again.
Yes, we are.
Girls Gone Mild. Tour.0 is what I'm calling it.
Tour point oh.
But the tour means 2.
Yeah.
Because the .0 actually gives no indication that it's
Nothing that we've switched
another
it all.
one. Yeah. So if you have been wondering about that and you are wanting to come and see the show, check out the website. Apologies to Somerville. I did spell your name wrong on the flyer that I posted, but I did correct it on the website. Summer just to me is supposed to have 2 M's.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's my fault or your fault, but I did fix it.
And we also, I think, the links should all be working now.
Yes.
You gotta hope.
Everything should be up.
Yep.
Everything should be working.
So.
And if not, I think a lot of the places have either announced it or
Yeah.
they do have them on their site where you can look. And so I have listed the locations on the website as well. So we would love for you to come out and hang out with
come
us.
see us.
Seattle, Portland,
Arizona, San Diego, Los Angeles,
New York,
Utah, Salt Lake City,
Mhm.
Boston,
Yep.
Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
I remember things.
So anyway, I just wanted to sprinkle that in there.
Yeah, we completely
for y'all.
forgot about it last time.
Yes.
I am sleep deprived.
No, we're absolutely sleep deprived because if you didn't listen last week, we had my bachelorette party this weekend and the weekend prior to when you're listening to this, and we're not recovered. We're
No,
not
I think I
recovered.
slept maybe a total of 10 hours in 3 nights.
We didn't go to bed before 1 a.m. ever.
I didn't go to bed before 3
That's
ever.
bonkers.
And then I was up with everyone at 8 or 9.
I realized that there
And I
was a
was up-
story that you didn't tell last week
What was it?
about because when we were switching over to do the second episode, you were taking pictures of your knee. You did say that you were on the ground and that's how you got a bruise, but you didn't hit your knee just once. You hit your knee multiple fucking times.
Well, so listen, okay. So not only did I smash it onto the ground and just wiggle all around, then we get back on the party bus after the alcohol incident. I
Yep.
still have no idea what's going on. The aux cord back in my hand. The vibes are better and drunker. So
Yes.
it's a party now.
Yep.
We're having a good time. But I keep, for some reason, like throwing myself into the pole and also trying to kick my feet up onto it. And I just was smacking my legs that were already bruised off of the pole. I looked like a battered woman. At one point, I fell, and I wasn't even that drunk, mind you. At that bar that we were at, I had 2 more beers, and that was it.
I don't even know if drunk is the right word for what we were experiencing. I think like, there was a collective effervescence.
It was euphoric.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was playful. I was in like my
inhibitions
lowered. So silly. Silliest that I could be.
Yeah.
It was silly goose time. And all of the 14 people were silly gooses as well. We were a collective geese.
Yeah.
So at one point, the bus turns and I fly forward straight into Mario Kart Erica's chest.
Oh my God. I forgot about this. Yes.
And then I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get up. I'm on my knees because that's when I smacked my knees on the bus.
Yep.
And she just starts going like this and shaking her
grabs
chest.
your head.
Grabs my head. Puts it into her chest more and starts shaking. And so I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
And then I look over and I go, that's my cousins. Different sides.
No relation.
Mick Erica is on my mom and Sierra is on my dad. Side.
Don't say that. So anyway, sorry about that. It was just such a silly
That wasn't even the second.
There wasn't. There's more. Hold on. But I also wanted to highlight that Mario Kart Eric kept saying anytime I'd be like, does anybody need a water? She would go, hell no, H2O. She was fucking cracking me up. I was like, bitch, I have to go out with you.
You do.
I miss you.
Yeah.
But she was in our room. So the third night, we all got tarot card readings done by Sam, Jerry's sister, and it was really intense, and we ended up staying out until late. You went back at like 1:30, 1:45. Yeah. I ended up staying out till about 2:15-ish, and I was like, I have to tap. We're going to leave the next day, and then I have to pack.
We have to be out of this house at 10 a.m. None of us are packed.
No,
we
literally.
have to go to bed.
Not at all. So I went, I took my makeup off, or I wanted to. First of all, I needed more water, though. Stay hydrated if you're drinking, people, for real. It's really important. But we were out of water bottles at that point. We did not have enough at all at any time. And so I was like, I'm going to take my little styrofoam cup, and I'm going to go upstairs, and I'm going to get water. I go up the stairs. I'm trying to be so quiet because the hallway is connected to the upstairs rooms and the downstairs rooms. And I don't know if the doors are open or what. So I'm going
It's like a split level situation.
And I go to turn around. The railing knocks my cup out of my hands and it goes ta-ting, 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 down all of the steps. I am like running behind it, but trying to be quiet.
Like a slinky.
I said, oh my God. It is.
I heard it in the bunk room, which was on a different level and at the end of the hall with the door closed and a fan on.
So I finally get it to stop on the last step. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not getting water. I will dehydrate. I don't care. And so I walk into bed and I'm trying so hard to be quiet now. And so I'm like, shh, 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 tapping my way through. And it is pitch fucking black, but I don't want to put my camera flashlight on. So I'm just using like the little light on the front of my phone to try to see. Smack my fucking knee off the edge of the hard frame of the bed. Yes. It was like a wooden bed frame. And I fucking smack it and I go, motherfucker, just so loud. I scream at my sister who's in bed. I just hear her start giggling. And now I am like so bruised. Oh my knees look so battered.
It's speckled. You look like a robin's egg, but like black.
It's pretty bad. And the day after, the day that happened, it was swollen. So I sent a picture of my knees to Corey. And because I was like, I have to explain this. I'm coming back from a Bachelorette weekend and my knees look horrendous. And I said that and Nicole goes, he knows who he married. So when I sent it to him and I sent him a picture that Jerry took of me in the limo with my leg up on the pole or in the bus with my leg up on the pole, I sent it to him and he said, I said, your wife, by the way, he said, wouldn't have expected any less. I was like, you're right. He does know who he married. So I showed him my knees today and he was like, Jesus, Sierra. I was like, hey, you know what? Nothing's sprained. Nothing's broken. These will heal.
Yes.
Just don't knock them together.
Little knock knees. Yeah. So if you thought she was fucking loud by knocking her knees, she then had to turn her sound machine on.
I did. So then I finally get to it. And Taylor's like, Sierra, that's so fucking loud. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll fix it. And the reason why I like my sound machine is it drowns noise out because it's so loud. So because they didn't turn it on, I thought one of them would have turned it on.
Yeah.
They didn't. So I'm like, I'll try to mask the noise that I'm making. So I'm like, sorry. And Taylor's like, you suck. But
you stupid idiot.
it is what it is. I also then ran into the door twice because it was like a barn door that would go into our bathroom.
Yes.
And I would go. I didn't want to turn my light on because I didn't want to wake people up. But then I'd be like, Jerry did say that she gave out badges, and I got the social butterfly camper badge, which I was really excited about. She was like, bitch, I wish I would have had like clumsiest or most spiller.
Yes.
The amount of shit that I ran into, smacked my body parts off or spilled was astronomical.
Do you guys know how sometimes on the podcast where she will have a drink on her side table and she is like, oh my God, Mosby knocked the table or something and the drink fell, and we watch the tape back and we're like, you just look like you punched it off. Like, I don't understand what happened.
I think it's the thing that happens with my eyes where I thought the camera was blurry. I think I see it falling, so I go to catch it, and instead I just fucking I'm like, wait. And then it just that happened in a room full of people
who were
watercoloring on a tablecloth, and I knocked it over the whole watercloth. Luckily, we were able to dab it. It really didn't fuck the paintings up.
No, it didn't
at all,
do anything. That's exactly what it's for.
And there was only this much left in the water bottle. So.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyways, I really have to work on that.
My facial
awareness is really bad. And I'm just really clumsy.
Are you joking? Are you joking? Is that a bit?
I did not.
What is wrong with you? And now I'm scared that you're gonna knock your fucking water off.
Seriously, somebody help her.
Oh my God. You know what I'm gonna have to get you is just like something that attaches to your
everything
physical person.
To me.
Yes.
Just like a Velcro suit. I could just
I don't know if they have that on Wayfair, but I do know they have a lot of other stuff.
Yes. Wayfair makes it simple to narrow down exactly what works for your style and your budget. Let me tell you something. If there's a thought that I have in my head where I'm like, I feel like I'm thinking that I need something here, if I scroll long enough on Wayfair, I'll find it.
And if you don't want to have to like go through a bunch of things, they have incredible filter systems in there where you can go by style, by color, by price, by customer rating. And that is always my number one go-to.
Absolutely.
Also,
incredible.
My house style is interesting. And I don't think this is a specific category yet, but I would categorize it as whimsy. Adult whimsy. Sure. That is the aesthetic that I'm going for.
Sure.
And the amount of items that I've been able to find on Wayfair that fit perfectly within that category. I have a mirror in my bathroom that is woven tree bark and birds.
Yes.
And it's one of my favorite things. Another thing, I'm noticing it's a lot of bird stuff.
And that's great.
What's that say about me? But I got my little side table.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like a flamingo.
So freaking cute. Also, because I've been put on Wellbutrin, I've been on my organization journey. And they have so many things for organization. They have closet systems, storage solutions, garage organization. And I've found so many things that not only look cute, but are
functional.
And that's really nice.
Love it. Super easy to shop. It's super easy to find what you need and to stay within your budget. And also, if you are somebody who's like, I actually don't want to set this up.
And I never do.
There are options on there as well to help with installation.
Which is my favorite feature by far, because after moving, the amount of furniture that I bought that Corey had to put together, he was like, do not buy something I have to put together.
Don't do this again.
I'm done doing it.
It's just like, don't worry, at Wayfair, they'll also put it together.
They will. Thank God.
So find furniture, decor, and essentials that fit your unique style and budget. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home.
That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Love it.
Thank you, Wayfair.
Thank you so much, Wayfair.
Any hoozles. So I thought to myself, we haven't had a mashup listener stories episode in a minute. It feels. They're always my faves. And so I have had time this week, and I've got actually way more than I think I need. So some extras might go on the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/ladiesandtangents. I think at this point you can't get the deal anymore, but there's still so much on there.
Hey, if you've been wondering about the dark times, the most recent episode that we did for the geese and the fuckable bunnies, they got lore. They got tea.
We have never been. We played Sip or Spill with their questions, and we said literally ask us anything. And I think we only drank one time.
So I drank one time. You didn't drink at all. Well, I mean, you drank for funsies, but you didn't drink to avoid a question.
I was feeling very vulnerable, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
My favorite part of it was when you were like, I think I understand you more now. This will be true.
I know. I was playing fast and loose with my mouth that night.
As we like to do on there. So, hey, if that's not an ad for Patreon, I don't know what is.
Go check it out. Patreon.com/ladiesandtangents. But... Nope, that's not the right one. Sorry. I just clicked on Ogmash when clearly this one is April Mishmash.
Of course it's April Mishmash.
It was silly. I like to name them different things. They make me smile. We have so many different.
It's a smorgesborg.
It's a smorgesborg. But what we got a lot of, and a lot of them are very similar. So I might tell multiple of these because they're all similar and they're also different. Was you know how that goes.
You're saying so many words that are contradictory, and I'm like, but yes,
you know, you get it. However,
it feels like word gumbo.
This is sorry, it is. This is in relation to the story that you told that your bridal people told you about the reenactments that they would do at schools that were a bit traumatic. We sure have gotten a lot of these. And some of these schools are fucking unhinged.
Okay, so trigger warning for...
This one is car accidents.
Yes.
Drunk driving.
Traumatic drills.
Reenactments.
Yes. So this... are you going to tell more than one, or is it this one the only one?
The two that I will tell have to do with drunk driving.
Okay. All right. So drunk driving.
Yes. So this is called Every 15 Minutes We Were Traumatized.
Oh my God.
Hey there, how the hell are ya? My name is Danielle, you can use it, and I'm a longtime L&T listener. I love you ladies so much, and if you ever come to New England, preferably Maine, I would be front row. I have laughed and cried with you, and I can't thank you enough. Jerry, I often feel like we are soul sisters without even knowing it. Your story and vulnerability have sincerely changed my life, and I can't thank you enough for that. I swear there's a story in here. I will. Normally people leave these for the end. She did it right up front.
I feel like I'm still at my bachelorette party.
Yeah,
people were so nice to me.
I responded to one of your Insta stories a few months ago, and you answered, and I almost cried. I was so excited. It was amazing. If you read this on the pod, I may pass out. I have submitted.
Wake up! We're about to talk more.
So, our high school. Oh, this says, anyways, during your episode on February 24th, you mentioned during a tangent a program that was quite the experience in my high school years. Our high school was one of many that did the Every 15 Minutes program. Years later, I have learned that our school went a little harder than others on this very traumatizing Scared Straight program, which is why there will be different variations of this.
Gotcha.
Each one, I think, put their own fucking spin on it.
Le flair.
And they didn't need to. But it is interesting. I end up tangenting every time I talk about this because it was such a chaotic environment. So here we go. Every other year, my school ran this program for juniors and seniors only. There were a few different tiers of participation. The 5 to 6 people in the car accident and the, quote, drunk driver. Then you had the, quote, Walking Dead. And then you had the planning committee. To participate in the first two roles, we had to meet with our school counselor and get permission from our parents because our parents had to write our obituaries. This was a 2-day-long event, and all the students who didn't participate just went to class like it was a normal day. The first day started with kids being taken from class every 15 minutes. One of the firefighters, who was like 7 feet tall, painted his face and dressed like the Grim Reaper.
What? Oh Hey.
He'd walk into a classroom with 2 officers who would read the student's obituary.
Read it aloud?
That the parents wrote. That student would then leave the classroom in silence, get their face painted white with black eyes, and then go back to class, but they weren't allowed to talk to anyone. This went on every 15 minutes until lunchtime. At lunch, the, quote, walking dead, which were these people now,
Please tell me they did a flash mob.
had to sit in a line and stare at everyone else while they ate in the cafeteria. Super casual.
Did they get to eat? Because, hey, they're not actually dead. They're probably hungry. It's lunchtime.
Don't be fucking rude. They
Yeah.
probably had a pizza party afterwards. It's fine.
Imagine
You know how you do.
We had a Walking Dead pizza party.
I would love that.
I'm trying to be dead this year because I really want that pizza. I'm trying to get out of class and eat pizza.
You know what? That's some shit I would do.
Yeah.
I would be like, let me in. If we're going to get pizza, I'm fucking in.
Yeah.
At lunch, I already said that part. Okay. Oh, and not only did our parents have to write our obituaries, but we also had to decide who would be told. The local police, during this whole thing, literally went to wherever our parents were that day and told them that their child had died. They were part of the skit, though. But that was...
But still.
I think they filmed all of this, is why they would do this.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God. Listen, the phrase that like really sticks with me is parents who host lose the most.
Mm-hmm.
These parents are participating in this.
Yes, but I think they're doing it's to scare other parents, not just for the kids, so the parents can put the fear of God in these kids. You
I
understand?
can't decide if I feel bad for these parents or I think these parents are equally fucked up.
We'll see. Hold on. Jerry, there's so much more.
What?
I can't even
How?
explain. I can't even explain. We haven't even gotten to the car wreck yet. Okay, here we go.
Well, then how are they dead?
This is a different thing.
Oh.
I actually don't know. Okay, fun fact. My mom worked at Walmart at the time. They told her in the middle of the store and then left. She wasn't allowed to see or speak to me until the next day after my funeral.
They had funerals?
It's a 2-day event. It's a 2-day event, baby. After lunch, we all went to the gym where we had...
What do you mean she's not allowed? What do you mean?
It's for the parents as well. This is art, Jerry. It's theater. You
Okay.
have to make it real. Here we go. After lunch, we all went to the gym where we had to listen to a student make a mock 911 call over the loudspeaker. Then we headed out to the parking lot to find a full-blown graphic car accident scene between 2 cars. We all sat on bleachers while fire trucks, ambulances, and police arrived. They had professional makeup done. The cars were completely wrecked, and the, quote, injured students screamed and cried on command. EMS worked on them, covered the, quote, deceased students with white sheets, and arrested the, quote, drunk driver, all in front of the entire student body, which is sitting on bleachers watching. This is a TV show, and I don't know which one it is, but it's a fucking nightmare.
It's Secret Life of the American
That's
Teen
what I was going to say. That's it. That's what I was thinking of.
I'm in shock a little bit right now because this is nuts, but also like I don't understand why the parents are participating.
Jerry, save your questions for the end. I promise you, they won't be answered.
Okay, great. Great.
The driver was given a sobriety test, handcuffed, taken to the station, booked, and then had to sit in a holding
Did
cell.
they at least let the kid get drunk then?
No, but you'll find out. Hold on.
Sorry.
Then, because apparently this wasn't dramatic enough, a helicopter landed for a student who was critically injured, while a hearse also arrived for 2 of the deceased children. The parents of those 2 students had to come to the school and in front of everybody identify the child's body before they were taken away. 2 others were then taken by ambulance. After that, the rest of the students just went back to class. Meanwhile, the participants were loaded onto a bus and taken an hour away to go bowling.
They went bowling? Yes. Oh, fun. So it was like a pizza party. Here's a question.
Yes.
Dead bodies don't normally exit scenes via hearse, correct?
No. I think they would go to the morgue. They also don't identify them at the scene of the crime, typically.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, it
But
just
that
feels
was-
like they were really committed to accuracy here, and that took me out of it. I no longer am.
To believe.
Yeah. The mystery of the theater has
it's gone.
dissipated.
Yes. That evening, we met with therapists, or maybe school counselors, maybe real professionals. It's hard to say. We sat in a circle, cried a lot, and wrote letters to our families. This is the people that were dead.
The dead people did?
The dead people. They had to be like therapized.
Well, okay.
We sat in a circle, cried a lot, and wrote letters to our families that started with, "Today I died in a drunk driving related accident." We apologized and we wrote everything we never got to say to them. It was,
Hey, you're alive.
but think about it. It was traumatizing.
No, I know
Hey,
that.
as someone with OCD, this would be so real to me.
No, I know. And I'm not shaming them. They're children.
No,
I'm just saying the people who made them do that are fucked up.
Hey, there's something to that generation thinking that the only way to get people to listen is to scare the ever-living fuck out of them.
Oh my God.
And traumatize them. I don't know. Let me know if it worked. Write us back in. Have you ever driven drunk?
Yeah.
On day 2, we returned to a gym that had been transformed into a full-on funeral. There it is.
Amazing.
Along the back wall were photos and obituaries of the Walking Dead. So their obituaries and their photos are up against the wall. At the front were caskets for the deceased students, which had to be carried in by their friends.
What?
Yes. Flowers, a stage, the works. The, quote, drunk driver had to make a public apology to the families of the victims, and 2 religious leaders led the service. The, quote, deceased sat silently off to the side.
I'm so confused.
Hold on, we're almost done. Finally, at the end of the funeral, we were all released and allowed to see our families who had just sat through a funeral for us. Then we went home or to softball practice, but I just remember crying in my mom's arms. This was also on the local news, and I live in a small town in northern Maine. I have no idea who paid for all of it because we were in a school of maybe 400 kids in a paper mill town. Fun fact, the quote drunk driver got in trouble while we were at the hotel because he snuck weed into his overnight bag. Thanks, ladies. Love ya.
He said drunk driver, not high driver.
Yep. Both are DUIs.
Like, do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like when you are hosting something and you're like, hey, would you like to promote your business here? You can do so at the fake funeral.
Yeah.
Man who sells caskets.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like
It's
an
like
opportunity. That's how they paid for it. It was free marketing.
Yes, it was like a vendor setup situation. They're like, we're going to make it go 2 days. We're going to put as many events in as possible so we can get as many vendors in to promote the caskets and or the program to become an EMT.
I think maybe
Or the sheet business. Or maybe a local makeup artist who's doing this.
I listen. I don't know who, why, what, when, or how.
The local
any of
demolition
this-
derby.
Just keep going. I don't know how any of this got passed. I don't know how any of this got approved. I don't know why this was a thing that people did. I'm just all around very confused and also really excited about the fact that I get to hear about it.
I'm
because
disturbed
what
as fuck.
a fucking,
Can you imagine being the parent?
well, that scenario lives in my mind every day anyways.
Yeah.
Because that's what's just going on up here all the time.
Yeah.
So no. I think of my, because I'm pretty sure the kids whose parents were involved opted to be in. They were like
That's
randomly
what I mean.
chosen.
That
I would tell my kid, no, you're not.
that's
No,
what I
you're
mean.
not.
In what mind? Like I need to understand the mind of the person who said, yes,
Yeah.
we are going to do this. We are going to make an example out of you by traumatizing you.
I don't know.
That is
And traumatizing everyone else who has to watch.
yes.
The friends, I don't think they got to be involved, and they had to carry their friend's casket. That's so fucked up.
Yes. And imagine being the parent of the, like, Noah comes home and he's like, Mom, I have to carry my friend's fake casket
I'd
tomorrow.
be like, whose ass am I whooping? What's wrong with you all?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Are you paying for his therapy? I
Yeah.
hope, actually. They did for some of the kids, not the rest of them.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's that story. Thank you so much.
Hey, if you are somebody from that school and you're listening, or you were a parent who participated, can you email me?
Yeah, just me, just my personal one. I just need to talk.
Email.
I just want to talk.
I just have questions. I really need to understand. So here's another thing. At the Bachelorette weekend, you weren't awake, and I really wish you were, because
when was this?
Randy and Sam were up in the morning. It was one of the mornings. And Sam mentioned working at this one place that was at our college. And I was like, when the hell did you work there? And she was like, I worked there my junior and senior year. And what I heard and what Kristen heard was Randy say that Sam worked there when I was a freshman. And then she said she worked there. It was 2014. And I said, oh, it would have been 2014, 2015, because if you were a freshman, you graduated in 2014. That would have been the 2014, 2013 school year as a senior for you. And so I'm doing this math, and then Randy's like, no, that's not what I said. And I was like, yes, it is. And so then me, Sam, and Randy are now elevating the level of sound in the room because we are upset about the misunderstanding that's happening. Randy has not had her medication yet.
Okay.
And so she says to me, she's like, she's rage baiting me. And I'm like, I'm not rage baiting you. She's like, she just does this. She likes to rage bait. I'm like, I do not enjoy rage baiting. I do think it's a little funny. And I will use this as an ongoing joke. So if any point in time you heard the room say 2013, 2014, or the year thing, that is what we were discussing. We were throwing it back to that. But Randy, in the hot tub later on with McErica and Jessica, I made a joke about the year.
Yes.
And she was like, I can't do this with you. And she got up and left, and she went and she did her medicine. And then she came back and she was like, I just don't know why you do that. You just like rage baiting. And I go, I don't like rage baiting. I want to be understood. I don't continue talking about something because I like to get somebody riled up. I do it because I want to understand, and I want to understood, and I want us to meet at the place where those cross.
Okay.
And she goes, did some of my medicine come in through the window there? I was like, no.
Hey, is this contact medicine happening?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have another fucking story that I did not tell, and I'm pissed I didn't tell it on our episode. So, we're in the pool area last night. Vibes are good, but also sad. Trauma dumping is happening.
Yep.
The tarot readings are really personal and accurate. And so we're all just kind of collectively, actually me and Kristen were like kind of drunk because it's our last night, and she had been drinking some wine, and I had like 2 or 3 beers, and I was like, she's like, you want to go get in the pool? I was like, fuck yeah, let's get in the pool. We get our little bikinis on and we go running out there, and like they're all sitting at the tarot place. Jerry's crying. Everyone around her is like patting her back, and I was like, I fear we read the room wrong. I think Kristen goes, I think we should put our clothes on. I was like, yeah, let's go get a shirt. I don't think this is right.
Kristen came down with a coat on because she wanted
just
to
put
go
her
outside.
winter coat on over her bikini. Her little butt cheeks were out.
That's what she said. She was like, I'm going to go outside. Sorry about my butt cheeks.
So, and I just put through a t-shirt on. Yeah. This one, actually, I wore it yesterday. Anyways.
Wearing it every day. Who gives a shit?
We're sitting there. I'm not listening because me and Christine and Jerry are all talking to each other. And so we're kind of in a little side combo. And Randy is getting her tarot read, but we can tell it's a heavy moment. And then Sam goes, like this, who is the one doing the reading. And we look over, and there is a fucking white cat just staring at us in the window. And I'm like, yay! Immediately delighted. Now, at this point, it's about midnight, or it might be later. But it was around between midnight and 1 in the morning. Dark as fuck. We're in the middle of the fucking wilderness. But I open the sliding glass door, and I'm like, kitty, 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 kitty. Okay. And it starts trotting over to me. And I'm like, perfect. Now, at this time, the wind blows again. It sounds spooky. And all of a sudden, even though the door was kind of open, I cannot hear you guys anymore. I just hear the woods, and it gets like really loud. And I start seeing like shadows moving through the woods. And when I look over at the cat goes like this, turns its head, and I swear to God, its eyes were like human eyes. They went like black. And I was, because they were originally like yellow cat eyes, and then they were like black. And I went,
she came in and she was like, I can't get this locked. I can't get this locked. The cat has human eyes. And so Christina's like, Sierra, you can't say the cat has human eyes and then you can't lock the door. Like, you have to figure this out.
I was like, somebody help me. I don't know what to do. I'm fucking freaking out. I was shaking. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen. I can't explain it still to this day. But then I'm still freaking out. And who walked into the room? Kristen walks in. She walks into the room and she's like, what is going on? I was like, and Christine goes, the cat has human eyes.
She's like, there's a cat?
I'm like, yeah. And she goes, well, let's go outside. I was like, don't talk to that cat. Don't touch that cat. That cat's that motherfucker
right there.
That motherfucker's not real. So anyways, that was a horrific, traumatizing moment.
It was funny. I did get the door locked, if anyone wants to know. I did have to leave it open for quite some time to fiddle with it to get the lock to go, but...
You know what else happened? And this is not something I'll go into detail with, but I did get scammed while we were there.
Not you doing a transition.
I did! I got scammed while we were there, right after we released our Scammers episode. But, you know... Speaking of scamming, we don't have to talk about it. All you have to know is I disputed it and I got my money back. But if you don't want to be scammed, you should use Cash App.
There's a way to protect your money, and that way is through Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
When you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. If a suspicious transaction pops up on your card, or you get a little like, oh, hey, I believe this is a scam.
And it was.
Cash App has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing your account balance is protected 24/7 by fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card.
It has been so long since I've gotten scammed. And so just having that happen, I now will take every precaution that I can because what a terrible feeling. Never want to go through that again. And again, like we said in the episode, it's getting very tricky out here. They didn't even scam me. They scammed my travel agent. And she's been doing this for quite a long time.
Yes.
So be aware, be safe. Every extra bit of security that you can get, you should take. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days.
Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank. Member FDIC. Discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Thank you, Cash App.
Thank you, Cash App. Speaking of scams, going right into it, the next story, because that girl was right. It's taken so long, we got through one fucking story. But this one, the girl that told us, what the fuck is this even about?
Yeah.
This is a scammer story because we asked you to write it in. You did. Thank you so much, and we appreciate it. So, what's up, ladies? Hello. My name is Victoria. My pronouns are she, her, and feel free to use my name because the only reason I'm sharing this story is because I did, in fact, get my money back.
Oh, thank
goodness.
Nice.
This was in early, 2024. They accidentally left the thing out, and I knew that they had written back in. So, this was in early 2024, and honestly, at this point in my life, things were finally getting back on track. For context, I was in a horrible relationship that drained me of everything I had. My personality, friends, job, truly everything. I ended up leaving the state to get away from him and try to start over. There, I met my now husband, and I moved back to my home state to be with him and begin putting my life back together. I had just gotten a job that paid similarly to the job I left, and I really felt like I was going somewhere again. My partner was and is the best person I've ever met, and I always say I can't believe he exists in the same timeline as the other hardships I've faced in my life. Anyway, my new job was hybrid, and on one of my WFH days, I don't know what that means, WFH.
Work from home.
There you go. I received a call with the same area code as my ex. He used to contact me all sorts of ways, even via email when he was blocked on every other platform. So I declined the call. Duh. However, there was a voicemail left, and they stated they were the sheriff's department requesting I call them back because of an unresolved jury duty issue. When I looked up the number, it was my county sheriff department, so I obviously called them back. Me, who has never had a run-in with the law besides the gross amount of parking tickets I've gotten, was shaking in my boots. I called back, and this person stated they were a police officer and said I had a warrant and fines for missing jury duty. Never heard of this one. They said it was sent to my old address where I lived with my ex, and I thought, oh my God, that rat bastard threw it away, and now I'm going to go to jail. He said the fine was 1,500 big ones.
Oh my gosh.
And I also had to stay on the phone with him as I drove to my old county sheriff's department to handle the issue. Here's where my judgment was questionable. They said I could pay them through Venmo. What were my thoughts? Well, it's 2024. It's probably way more convenient for them. Guess everyone is using Venmo now. So I paid Officer Pretend, and then guess what? Sorry, ma'am, that payment didn't work. Can you send it again? And I did. And that is $3,000 down the drain. I even said a few times, this sure feels fishy. You better not be scamming me. And Officer Pretend swore that he wasn't. But after the second payment, he transferred me to another Officer Pretend. And now they were playing good cop, bad cop. The second person I spoke to was a bad cop. He starts screaming at me saying, you don't believe this is real? It'll be real when we pull up and arrest you.
For what, brother? I just sent you 3 big ones.
I know. Probably because they wanted more. They were probably trying to say it didn't work again.
Yeah, they were probably trying to see how much they could
do that.
Yeah.
At this point, I was crying and I said, I think I would rather you guys do that because this doesn't feel right to me. They tried getting even more money out of me, and I told them I literally had no more money to give them. I had drained my savings, and the fact that I had savings at that point again was huge for me. I convinced them to let me call my husband, then boyfriend, to try to get his money. Luckily, he's more than just a pretty face. And he finally got me off the phone with them. I was so embarrassed and afraid of the whole situation. I was crying, and he took me out to ice cream.
Aww.
I was able to file police reports and use the report to dispute the charges with Venmo.
Thank goodness.
Their customer service was excellent and were so kind, letting me know that this has happened to so many people and that they were intentionally fear-mongering me into making quick decisions. I was able to get all my money back.
That's what I was going to say. That is totally not your fault. That is how scammers design this
how
shit.
They do it, literally. My husband and I randomly joke about that one time I got scammed, and my friend at the time said, hey, at least you had the money to give, which was true. However, now my husband handles most of our finances. We have a joint account since getting married, and every so often he makes sure I'm not handing over our bank account to riffraff. So there it is, the time I got scammed and won. Also, I know you both get this all the time, but I'm so thankful to have found your podcast. The time I mentioned above when I left the state to start over was when I found you guys.
Aww.
You guys have been getting me through. You guys have been with me through leaving a toxic situation to getting back on my feet to marrying the best person to enter my life this past year. And I'm so excited to see you both again live. Thank you for both being you. And if you don't read my story on the show, I hope you at least enjoy it. With love.
Thank you. I really, you know how I know I've been hanging out with people who are like fucking loving to riff a negative bit.
Yes.
Is when you said that I was waiting to be like, and if you don't read it, fuck you, I hate you.
Fuck you, dumb hoe.
You dumb hoe.
Yeah, we had a real weekend of like collective love and bullying, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think that's because half of us were family.
Yes.
Which was a nice vibe because I think it made everyone else feel like their family. When you're here, your family, obviously.
I literally said that when I left. I said it to Christine.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
That's so funny.
I said something and she's like, are you speaking corporate to me? And I was like, well, when you're here, you're family. You know? I said, we think of you as family, and when you're here, you're family. This is Olive Garden. Enjoy the breadstick.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, this next one is a bit of a hoe story. Again, it's a real mishmash. So this one is fun. It's called a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a tow truck driver, and my own character development.
Love to see it.
Hey ladies, my name is Nick, and you can say that because it's not my real name. I want to tell you my own hoe story. I think it's a decent one worth sharing, and it does have a happy ending. So buckle up for this breakdown. We're going to take this back to October. My husband, Nathan, and I have been separated since early September, but we're still living together with our kids and routines and shared Google calendars. So emotionally, divorced. Logistically, Costco family pack. And is this adventure healthy? No. Was it character development? Absolutely.
Period.
Moving on. I'm newly separated, kind of. I'm dating a man, Ian, and I'm quietly exploring my bisexuality with a woman, Allie. I'm an art teacher, stay-at-home mom with two children, and I'm in what therapists would gently call a transitional phase. Y'all, I was in a spiritual demolition. So here we are. It's Halloween, a Friday, and I decide with the confidence of someone who has learned absolutely nothing from her own history that I can absolutely squeeze in a little afternoon rendezvous at Ian's house, 20 minutes away from my home, before I need to be home to catch my daughter and best friend's kids off the bus. I have 2 hours. That is so much time for someone who has never once respected a timeline. I get there.
Time blindness is the bane of our existence.
Real. I get there, we have a great time. In classic me fashion, I leave Ian's with exactly 0 minutes of buffer time. Of course, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I get in my car. Click. Nothing. Not it's being quirky. Not maybe she needs a jump. Dead. Dead. Capital D. Toe tag. Dead. We try everything. Jump it, charge it, check fuses, open the hood and stare at it like it might feel shame and cooperate with us. Nothing works. So I do what any woman juggling a heartbroken husband, a boyfriend with a suburban landscaping, and a hot girlfriend with impeccable eyeliner would do. I call my husband because of course I do. He's a mechanic and he also lives at my house.
Oh, no.
I calmly explain the situation. My car won't start. Here's what we tried. Also, can you grab the kids off the bus? He asks, where are you? He asks if I need picked up. Bless this emotionally evolved man.
Oof.
I decline. He knows exactly where I am.
Oh.
We are both choosing peace. And by peace, I mean strategic silence. He tells me I need to get a tow. Cool. I got this. Meanwhile, Ian now has to leave to pick up his daughter from school. So I'm sitting alone outside this very nice home, HOA-approved bushes, tasteful wreath, and nosy neighbors judging me waiting for a tow truck with a 2-hour window. I do not have 2 hours. It's Halloween. There are tiny humans expecting fake blood and emotional stability tonight. And I am also really trying to leave before Ian gets back with his 17-year-old daughter because I would like at least one person to maintain their innocence today. So you're wondering where the girlfriend fits in? Oh, here she comes. I need extraction immediately. I call Allie because obviously when your husband can't pick you up from your boyfriend's house, your girlfriend is next in the chain of command.
Yup.
I'm texting her, stat, hurry, this is not a drill. And then the tow truck driver shows up early. I'm laughing. I'm spiraling. I'm calculating how many life choices has led me to this moment. The driver straps up my car and kindly says, well, it could be worse. At least you broke down at home. And something in me snaps like a glow stick. I word vomit on the poor man. This isn't my house. I'm not supposed to be here. This is my boyfriend's house. I'm waiting for my girlfriend to pick me up because my husband's at home with my kids. This is the scariest Halloween ever. I am on a roll today. You want a ticket to this hot mess express? Silence. You know when a computer freezes and you can see the buffering wheel?
Yeah.
That was this man's face. Factory reset. Windows 98 shutdown noise. He gives a nervous giggle, finishes loading my car up, and drives away with my vehicle and my remaining dignity.
I was going to say, wasn't there a moment at the Bachelorette where I was like, I feel like my body just took a screenshot.
Yeah.
Because I like,
what did we do? I feel like I said something or something happened and you were like,
yes, I fully glitched. I hope at some point somebody can jog our memory, but I don't remember.
It's got to be
anyway,
something.
Yes.
That was his face. Factory reset. Windows 98 shutdown noise. Go ahead. He gives me a nervous giggle, finishes loading my car. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I already said it. Allie pulls up just before Ian returns. The timing, cinematic. I give that man a quick smooch like I'm in a morally confusing rom-com, and I hop into my girlfriend's car. She doesn't ask me any questions. She just cranks emo screamo music with the windows down. We make out at stop signs like we're 16 and allergic to stability. Therapy? No. Dopamine? Yeah. She drops me off at home. I walk in, smile like a pageant contestant. Who's ready for trick-or-treating?
Oh my God.
I paint faces, adjust costumes, apply fake blood, put on my metaphorical mask, and I parade through the neighborhood with family and friends like I did not just live 3 lifetimes before dinner and collapse my moral framework.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
That's impressive that you were able
to get it all done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that you didn't. I know people who could wake up and be in a bad mood and the rest of the day is shot.
Oh, it's fucked.
There were so many opportunities for you to abandon ship.
All hope.
And you didn't.
Good for you. The scariest thing I saw that Halloween, my own decision making. It says update. Since this wild experience, my marriage is being rebuilt, renegotiated, and we're very happy. I'd say we're probably the best we've ever been with each other, physically and emotionally.
Oh, great.
We're in therapy. Our home and our kids are great. However, we do live in separate rooms of the house and we, quote, visit each other occasionally. Ian is still in the picture, and my relationship with him is incredible. We've actually started blending our families. I feel loved. I feel seen. I feel fulfilled. I did ditch the girlfriend, but she and I remain good friends, and we get together platonically from time to time. I think I'm polyamorous.
I think so. And I think that you have wonderful people in your life who are navigating similar experiences with you.
Yeah, you damn right. They said, thank you for reading. Hope this story makes it to being shared. Love you both, Nick.
Wow. That's amazing, Nick.
Yes,
Good for you.
bitch.
Hey, and that's on diligence and commitment.
You committed to that bit.
You did commit to it. And there are other things you can commit to as well. Like a health journey.
Like a health journey.
And you can do so with our next sponsor, Veracity.
Yes.
If you are somebody who is trying to get protein into your day and you're not sure how to do that, and you're wanting to find something that's not a product that's filled with a lot of questionable ingredients or sugar, our next sponsor fixed that with their metabolic powder protein.
Welcome to an all-natural way to get the protein you need. Veracity is revolutionizing health by tackling the root cause of so many issues, which is metabolism. With Veracity's drug-free, clinically proven, and doctor-formulated solutions, your body can use protein more effectively so you aren't just drinking calories, you're building a stronger metabolic foundation.
Which, if we could give any advice about building anything, it's making sure that you have a strong foundation.
You need to.
Because everything you do on top of that, it needs to come from a steady place. Otherwise, it's all going to fall apart.
Exactly. We know that stuff. Metabolic Power Protein is your daily sidekick for a healthy metabolism, sustainable energy, and appetite control. Every 2 scoops provides 20 grams of plant-based protein to fuel your metabolism without any unnecessary sugar or toxins. Plus, it tastes really good with just water, so you can avoid all of that unnecessary stuff in your drinks. And honestly, sometimes I just like to mix stuff with water, but sometimes mixing stuff with water tastes kind of gross. This doesn't.
Yeah, and also you can mix it in your coffee. Give yourself a little 2-for-1 situation. Or if you're somebody who also likes taking supplements, one of the other products that I really enjoy and is super helpful at a time in my life that is arguably very stressful is the cortisol calming supplements.
Oh, obsessed.
And so they reduce stress and cortisol spikes.
So get the protein in your diet you need and satisfy your cravings the natural way with Veracity.
Head to veracityhealth.co and use code LADIES for up to 65% off your order.
Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off, and make sure you use our promo code LADIES so they know that we sent you.
Thank you so much, Veracity.
Thank you so much. All right, couple more. This one is a good one.
Okay.
Another and I stayed story.
Oof. Okay.
This says, hi, ladies. This is my mama's and I stayed story that involves me. I told her about the concept and she was like, oh my God, please send mine in because it's so funny. Now it's funny.
Now it's funny, yeah.
My parents were married for almost 20 years and then my dad got a little wild and they separated. It's been 6 years and they're still just separated. Like, get divorced, dude. The same year my parents separated, my mom's twin sister traumatically and suddenly passed away, which was selfish timing, honestly, according to my mom.
That is the most sister response ever.
That was, I needed you right now. My mom always says that during this time, she was like a shell of a person. She had no confidence, no happiness, and no one to share that with. In an attempt to bring some joy to her life, she joined Plenty of Fish. Soon after joining, she met Shane. Name not changed because I hate him and we should all shame him. The untrained eye would see Shane as a really nice guy who made my mom really happy, but living in the house with them really showed a different story. Since they met during COVID, Shane decided it was a good idea for him to move into our family home after knowing my mom for just a month. This man was in our house, sleeping in the same bed that my parents had slept in, and leaving his damn dishes and shit-stained underwear everywhere.
Ew.
Immediately, my siblings and I were over it. My mom was suddenly smoking weed every day, maxing out credit cards on Amazon for things that Shane wanted, and picking fights with her children all the time. And she stayed. After living with Shane for almost 3 years, I finally graduated university and took the first job that came to me. I moved 15 hours away to northern Alberta, and I tried to forget about that man. I think when I moved and wasn't there to, quote, supervise, things got a little methed up for Shane, if you get my drift. I'm just reading what's on the paper.
Oh, my God.
I'd been gone for about a month, and I got methed up. I'd been gone for about a month and I got a phone call at 6 a.m. with my mom immediately yelling, why would you do such a thing? And I'm like, what the fuck? She continued to say, Shane said this guy came to his work and he said you gave him $200 to shoot him.
What? 200?
200? Who the fuck is who's hiring assassins for $200?
No. Who is assassinating for $200?
Yeah. That person just wants to kill somebody.
Yeah.
That seems like you don't need me at all.
Yeah.
First of all, Mom, I've never had $200 to my name, and moving to a new community, I surely did not have an extra $200 to spare to kill Shane. I tried to explain that had never happened, but she hung up and proceeded to ignore me. About a month later, I get another phone call, and she told me that me and my best friend were conspiring against Shane because he worked for my best friend's father-in-law, and we, quote, wanted him to get into the workplace accident that would kill him. I said, Mom, this isn't healthy. You need to tell him to leave and get help. Once again, it was all my fault, and she hung up.
Oof.
And she stayed. I lived up north for about a year before I got pregnant with my daughter, and I decided to move back home because her dad is another and I stayed story for another day.
Gotcha.
When I moved back home, Shane was packing his shit up and getting ready to move out. I asked my mom what happened, and she said, Shane said he was on a work trip and he saw your grandpa and your aunt. Mind you, my dead auntie. She said that kind of tipped her off that something wasn't right.
But that did?
That's what but then he told her that my grandpa spit a tiny bomb into his ear and my auntie showed him the button that would make the bomb go off. That was enough for her. She finally opened up her eyes and realized maybe he was a little cray-cray.
Maybe a little?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't mean it. Maybe the story was messed up.
It said me hiring hitmen didn't seem crazy, but him seeing her dead sister was, I guess.
That's where we're going to draw the line, I suppose.
Yep. My mom and I are super close now, living our best single mom lives, laughing about the shit show that was Shaner No Brainer, which is the name that my brother gave to him. Hopefully this isn't too long. We love you ladies lots. Bye. You don't like that nickname?
No.
Why not?
So the grandpa spit the bomb in the ear?
Yeah.
Spit the bomb in the ear.
The aunt told him how to detonate it.
Yeah.
With his mind, probably.
I don't even know how to touch that.
And
I don't think I want to.
And you don't have to.
And I'm not, and you can't make me.
And I don't want to.
And I've always said that.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. I have to go. Well, that was another thing for the weekend.
What did you say?
I have to go.
Okay. I have to go.
I have to go.
Thanks. I have to go.
That was for the
What did I
slide.
say? I was like, I'll see myself out. I can't remember what I said when that happened, but I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to see myself out.
That's goodbye. That's also something that Dove did. I get lunch with my dad every Wednesday, and I pick up Dove, and she comes with me. She knows we go to eat with Grandpa, and then she goes back to AJ's house to take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
And she, at the end of lunch, looked at my dad, and she was like, I gotta go to AJ's house. I gotta see my Brady. And my dad's like, can I come? And she goes, no. And he was like, what? What? And she says, you can't come. I gotta go. And then she takes her little mini backpack and her tiny little pink bunny, and she hops with 2 feet down off of a step. I gotta go.
Bye.
Again, it was giving exiting a conversation via slide.
Yeah. Anyways, bye.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Oh, that's fucking funny. All right. Maybe we'll do one or so more. Maybe 2 more.
Yeah, we at least have one more ad.
Perfect. This is a preferred Patreon story. Grandpa's accidental at-home vasectomy. We were told about this one on the live, so I went and found it. So here we go. Hey, ladies, it's Jacob, he, him, they, them, of Dead Grandma's Club. Tag us in your funeral selfies episode. I had said in that story that I'd sent a story of my grandfather's accidental at-home vasectomy that Sierra said she couldn't find, but I'm pretty sure it was in the old forms and not in an email, I think. So I couldn't just search the thing, which is what I did this time. I just searched the title, found it right away. So since I've been a goose pimp and now a silly goose for over a year, I figure it's time I try and resend it. Mind you that I had only been told this story secondhand by my grandmother, mom, and older sister, so some details may be slightly incorrect. Trigger warnings for knives, blood, and bodily harm.
Don't come at us, Grandpa.
Anyways,
if it's incorrect.
Picture it. Grandparents' house, early 2000s, a nice calm day. My grandmother's in the kitchen preparing lunch and watching the news or something in the living room through the bar window. My grandfather's in their bedroom that he also used as an at-home office, getting his desk situated. So their bedroom had a relatively thick carpet that his rolling office chair was no match for. You know the situation.
Yep.
The solution, you ask? A plastic mat with spikes on the bottom for the chair to roll on. We had those as well. Now my grandfather, being a smart man, he had been a pharmacist, I believe, for a long time before he retired, or he was fired for stealing drugs. I'm not entirely sure.
It's one or the other, always.
One or the other. He had plenty of common sense and book smarts. He had the desk where he wanted it and knew where everything would go. But wouldn't you know it, the mat was too big to fit under his desk, which he couldn't move again by himself. So what does this supposedly smart man do? Cut the mat, obviously. What does this man decide to cut it with? A pocket knife. What one rule of using a pocket knife does he ignore? Always cut away from you.
Oh, no.
He then proceeds to cut the mat towards him while he's on his hands and knees. The knife, seeming to do what it wants, decides to slip. Where does the knife go? Right directly into his crotch. He very quickly drops the knife and grabs, I think, a t-shirt that's nearby and applies pressure to his now stabbed balls.
Oh, my God.
He hobbles his way to the kitchen where my grandmother is still preparing lunch, and he gets her attention with a calm, "Hey, sweetie, I think we might need to go to the ER." To which she ushers him into the car with a towel pressed firmly to his balls. I'm sure he needed a few stitches, and I'm unsure if it was actually an accidental vasectomy, but that's how I've always been told the story, and it's one I think about occasionally when I reminisce about him. It was a good lesson.
I reminisce about him.
When I think about old
You ever just
grandpa.
reminisce about your grandpa and his balls?
His balls that got sliced. I do. It was a good lesson for younger me about knife safety. So thank you, Pawpaw, for slicing/stabbing your nuts as an example of what not to do.
Oh.
Love you both. Hope you have an amazing rest of your year. Goodbye.
I'm haunted by that.
Great story, Jacob. Thank you so much.
I'm haunted by that.
Are you haunted?
Yeah, I feel like I need a cigarette.
You do?
But I shouldn't.
No, you can't.
I can't.
Not again.
What about a Fume?
Maybe some Fume.
But a Fume, that's what I'll do. Fume is a flavored air device designed to help people quit vaping and smoking by breaking the hand-to-mouth pattern. It's simple, natural, and honestly kind of genius. No nicotine, no batteries, no vapor, just a weighted, twisty, fidget-friendly tool that gives your hands something better to reach for when cravings show up or when your post-grandpa involuntary vasectomy story and you're feeling a little woozy
about it. Listen, if there's one thing that the Bachelorette weekend taught me, it's that nicotine is not the cravings aren't just about the nicotine, it's about the habit.
Yes.
It's being around people, going out to bars, that's when the cravings hit.
Yes.
And it's nice to have a little tool in your pocket, something to kind of mess with, fidget with when
and
you,
also be able to go and
craving
hang
hits.
out with everyone when they want to step outside.
Yeah, I want to go outside too. Not to mention there's so many different flavors. So you have the hand to mouth, you have the sucking, the pulling, the motion like that, but there's also really nice flavors. They had a peach one that I really liked, but they also have mint. They have raspberry and other fruitier flavors, and it's just lovely.
And you can also adjust the pull to your preference. So you can adjust how much flavor you're getting or how, I don't know what your satisfied level of pull is. That's up to you. That's up for you and your Fume to decide.
Exactly. When you grab a journey pack, you'll also get a free gift just for using our code LADIES.
Fume has already helped over 700,000 people take steps toward better habits, and now it's your turn. Use our code LADIES to get a free gift with your journey pack. Head to tryfume.com, that's TRYFUM.com, and use code LADIES to claim your free gift today. Thank you, Fume.
Thank you, Fume. All right, we'll end it on a kind of high note, I guess. As we have a little bit of
You didn't think Grandpa slicing his balls was high?
It wasn't exactly.
Yeah.
But
it is how I reminisce.
It's nice to think about sometimes. This is a little heartwarming one, and it kind of goes along with the fact that I am going to Disney World, and by this time that you hear it, I'm home.
Oh,
so here we go.
I'm so sorry. Can I tell you that all I can smell right now is my forehead? All I smell.
I bet it smells stinky.
It smells
that cream just
like
marinating in there.
Yes. If you don't know and you didn't watch last week, last Sunday was Palm Sunday. We're recording it on Palm Sunday. Brady and I like to take that opportunity to surprise each other with whipped cream and smush it in each other's faces. And
he chose right now to do it.
He chose while we were doing this. And he immediately realized he fucked up.
Yep.
But it had already been done. And so now I've been going like this because it's dried.
Yeah.
So if at any point in time you see white powder on my head, it's not from the methed up story.
No.
I don't even know what meth looks like. Probably not white powder. But anyway, it's nothing suspect. It is cream. It's not weird. There's Brady creamed in my hair.
Face. He just creamed on my face. It's not weird. Fuck.
Leave me alone.
All right. Hey, ladies, I wasn't allowed to talk about this for a long time, but oh well, I'm retired now. I was a performer at Walt Disney World for over 7 years. It was always a big dream of mine. It put me through grad school, and I got to play dress up and make believe every day. One of my very favorite character friends was Joy from Inside Out.
Love it.
Like nearly all of us here, I spent a lot of time on Sad Bitch Island. In fact, I might be the mayor. So getting to see the world and meet people from all around the world, why am I going to cry? This is my second day where I accidentally didn't take my Wellbutrin, and I can tell. So getting to see the world and meet people from all around the world through Joy's eyes was a perspective I'll never take for granted.
Aww.
There was something about the way people interacted with her and confided in her that felt so sacred. One of my favorite memories was Joy and Sadness meeting a child psychologist, her taking a picture with us and telling us that she was going to frame it in her office to help her clients learn how to navigate their emotions.
Oh,
I can't. What I didn't realize, what
know
the
what's
fuck
wild?
is wrong with me?
You know what's wild is the tarot reading that Sam did for you. It kind of sounds like this story.
Yeah.
Because it was very much like if you could see yourself from
someone like
this different perspective.
That's what she kept saying. I fucking cried during that too. It was horrible. What I didn't realize was that I needed Joy too, just as much as all the guests who stood in line to see her. I'm a 2-times member of the Dead Grandmas Club, and while my grandmommy never got to come to Florida to see me perform, she absolutely loved getting pictures and videos from Joy and Sadness. She even once told me, Hallie, I love you as that mermaid Ariel, but there's just something about that Joy.
Oh.
When I came back to performing after COVID, right before she passed, I had a surprise shift with Joy where I got to run around a field in Epcot with a pinwheel. Social distancing was a weird time. One of the last times she and I ever spoke was when I shared those goofy videos of Joy chasing squirrels and playing hide and seek with guests again for the first time in 2 years. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Nothing's wrong with you.
I'm feeling.
I think I hate feelings.
I think I hate feeling. You two and Joy always remind me that it's okay to spend a day or two on Sad Bitch Island. You can't have joy without sadness. Spending days listening to you two twirling around with Joy and deciding to find the fun with guests every day is what made me feel like myself again after the personal and worldwide nightmare that was 2020 and 2021. So thank you. And don't worry, while this was a heartwarming story, I have 7.5 years worth of gossip and scandals from life as a real-life Disney princess. Like the one time I accidentally went on a date with a Gaston and ended up sneaking him into the Disney College Program housing complex via the trunk of my car. Whoops! But I'm pretty sure every girl in Orlando has a Gaston story.
No one fucks like Gaston.
Got big dicks like Gaston. Get in my trunk like Gaston. I said I went straight to big dick.
Hey, we could do all three.
Got big dicks like Gaston.
Gets in trunks like Gaston. Oh.
Hallie. Oh, lots of love to you ladies. Like Hallie. Lots of love to you ladies. Hallie. P.S. Attaching some of my favorite photos of Joy and I. Grandmommy and I joked that I looked like I was doing my best Julie Andrews Sound and Music impression. And that's the end.
I can't wait for you to experience Disney. Aww.
I know. I think that's why I'm so emotional. Christine was talking about how she went to Disney and the stories and pictures she was telling me. I went home and I told Corey about it and he started crying. And I was like, we are going to be fucked up next week.
You're going to be a mess and I can't wait to hear about it.
Mess.
I really can't wait to hear about it because this is your first time too. So
yes.
like knowing that.
And Corey's.
And I'd like to say you've done a lot of work. I know that you have only been in OCD therapy for a short amount of time, but like you have come so far. Like you have made huge strides. It's almost like when I started EMDR, it's like when you find the thing that works, it's so fast. It's very, very rapid and it's lasting. And it's like the child in you is now going to be able to be experiencing it at the same time as your own child, and like that's really exciting.
Yeah, that was like one of the things in the tarot experience was they were talking about like which person do you think she's talking to, the 6-year-old you or the 22-year-old you, and I was like, I honestly is both of them, but I'm excited to take both of them back there because I think what we're gonna experience is gonna be healing for both versions of them.
Oh, yay!
I
can't wait to hear about it.
I can't wait to tell you all.
And we will do that next time, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. We love you so much, and we will see you next week.
All right,
we're out.
Goodbye.